I welcome to film stuff. You know, aside from our basic needs for the consumption of food, water, and air, affection is something that we, as well as many members of this planet's animal kingdom, need in order to survive. A hug under the right circumstances can be a great sign of affection, yet, as we'll see here, in the world of cinema, it can also be full of awkward hilarity. So let's take a look at a few of what I consider some of the most awkward hugs in cinema. Starting off with 1985's The Color Purple, we have antagonist Albert, played amazingly by Danny Glover. He's at the wedding of his son Harpo, played by Willard Pugh, and Sophia, played by Oprah Winfrey. After the I do's, we see Albert approach Harpo and attempt to celebrate the joyous occasion. He gives him a hug, or a foreign planetary attempt at one. So this hug is kind of the equivalent to you're about to pet your cat or dog and the animal suddenly is angry at you and you're kind of frozen stuck in this uncomfortable momentary limbo for about 2 to 4 seconds before you can attempt to proceed. I remember catching this particular moment in the movie when I was a kid, and I remember asking my grandma about it, and she said something along the lines of, "Oh, he doesn't really love his son." However, I kind of feel it's more showing the cycle of physical and verbal abuse that Albert himself has dealt with from his own father, and it's just showing that the cycle was kind of continuing. You can see little bits and pieces of that if you really pay attention to the mannerisms that Harpo shows as well during the film. Next up is 2011's Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows Part 2. The Dark Lord Voldemort, played brilliantly by Ralph Fiennes, might I add, has victory in his grasp and celebrating, asking for anyone willing to join him. Before that, we have Lucius Malfoy, played by Jason Isaacs, call out to his son Draco, played by Tom Felton, to come forward. He does, and as he approaches, we see Voldemort embrace him with a hug that cracks me up every damn time, due to the silence and the performances. The beauty of this interaction is that this was a completely improvised moment between the actors. According to Felton, this was like 1 take out of 50, and during the premiere, the audience was completely silent during this interaction. I feel that I need it. I need this compilation somehow of all the different takes. Please, somebody get it to me. Whenever my friends and I talk about movies and these ones happen to come up, we have to talk about this scene. It is just pure comedy, and it works lore-wise, given that the character of Voldemort is apparently unable to love, and to see this weird display that he's trying to show of love and affection, and also the fact that this was improvised, it just works seeing that, yeah, this is probably what that would look like if this was a real thing. Finally, we get to 1987's Masters of the Universe. And before going any further, yes, I love this movie. It's bad. It's nothing really like the source material it's based off of. However, it has a charm to it that, as an adult, I still find enjoyable. And when I was a kid, I was still, and being the target audience, I still found like inaccuracies that I was able to point out and stuff on there. So even at that young age, I knew it wasn't really what it was supposed to be like, but I enjoyed it. You know, sometimes you just enjoy something silly, and this is one of those things for me. And I'm sure my family and probably some of my friends were getting tired of me wanting to watch that taped copy off of Showtime that we had. This one goes to Julie, played by Courtney Cox. I happen to have a crush on Miss Julie, by the way, when I was a young lad. Julie sees what appears to be her dead mother, spoiler, it's really Evelyn in disguise, and runs out to see her, and after an extremely brief scene where the mother explains how she's not really dead, she and Julie embrace in a hug that appears sweet, but I have to put it on this list because the look on fake mom's face as she hugs her. Now, I have often said that Evelyn casted spells so that Harley Quinn could hammer, or mallet. They are both second in commands. In this case, Evelyn is second in command of Skeletor. And yeah, depending on the writing, she's either from poverty, or she was a scientist, or just a witch, or whatever. The point is that she wants affection, but is pretty screwed up as to where she can get it. The movie doesn't go anywhere near as deep with these origins. However, that embrace I always notice this, but you can see how she enjoys that for a brief moment before having to get back to her duties. The follow-up hug where poor Julie returns to fake mom taught me a valuable lesson in film. To not be so trusting of what we see on screen. I happen to have a crush on Evelyn, by the way, when I was a young lad. So that is a sample of some of the most awkward hugs in cinema. I'm sure some others are going to come to mind, and I'll do a follow-up video to this. Okay, how about you? What are some that you can think of? Let me know in the comments below. Please subscribe if you haven't already. Thanks for watching. Please like or dislike the video, and I'll see you next time. To be continued.